Hello, we are on episode 10 of 10, the final episode. We are just going to be going over a few bits and bobs here, a few extra things that you can do utilizing Live2D Cubism as well as the editor. So just some fun things that might be interesting or helpful to you. First, we're going to go over how you can import lip sync for your animation timeline in Live2D and how that can be helpful to get lip sync. And then we're going to talk about how you can make gifs with your VTuber as well. So let's hop in and do it. The first extra piece about Live2D we're going to be learning is how to import audio so that you can do a lip sync animation. Now how we do this is on your main model, make sure that you have this turned on. You'll go to the burger menu up here and you'll go down to settings for eye blinking and lip sync. And once you're in this menu, make sure you have mouth form and mouth open checked on for lip sync. We'll go ahead and click OK. And once you create a new animation scene, as we've learned in the earlier episodes where you drag your model into this area, you'll then record an audio file, mine is right here, and you'll click and you'll drag and drop it into the timeline. So we can see it here, and now if I play, you'll be able to hear it. Hello, my name is Syafire. Alright, so we got that, and then we'll go up to animation, track, and apply audio lip sync. And we'll select our model here, and select the wolf clip, the audio clip. And now you can see how the frames have been put in. And how this works is the mouse will open wider when the audio volume is louder. So let's watch it. Hello, my name is Syafire, and that could be helpful for something like a voice line for an alert on Twitch or anything of that nature. And then you can save out this animation and use it as we've talked about in previous episodes. Another great thing that you can do is if you use an external program like GIFcam, you can also capture GIFs. So what I'd recommend is going into the Cubism viewer after you have your model loaded, and you can set the background color to a bright green. And after you set it to a bright green, you can click the record button, maybe do a little bit of a GIF, and then we'll stop and we'll save it on our desktop as Saya GIF looking around. And then let's go ahead and open it. And here's our GIF. Yay! I am so proud of you. You have made it to the final episode, the very end. Again, you should be super proud of yourself. If you have any remaining questions about how to use Live2D Cubism or need help, consider joining my Discord. It's a great place and resource to find people who are able to help you. There's also the Live2D Discord, which is also very fantastic, and you have really wonderful things like the Live2D Cubism manual, and just a lot of people who are out there willing to help support you in your Live2D journey. A last piece to mention is there are so many programs that you can use your models or characters you make in Live2D Cubism in. So VTube Studio is one we went over quite a lot in this series. Visual Novel Maker is another really cool place where you can use your VTuber model to develop games and make visual novels. Unity 3D as well if you're wanting to make a game or something through Unity. And there's a way to use SDK to use in web as well. You can always expand on your model, creating more expressions and emotes, and you can also transfer some of the knowledge that you've had with this model to other models that you make in the future. Another really epic thing you can do, which is something I actually really want to try next, so doing more of a full illustration piece, but then having that have an extra animated look to it. These should be all the first steps that you need to understand Live2D Cubism at a basic level, and of course there are many other amazing creators and tutorials and resources out there to begin leveling up your skills. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and as always, I'll see you next time on the Sapphire Star. Bye!